Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning everyone. Can you hear my voice? Okay, right. Okay, now already 8:30. Only 41. 41 students. It's okay, we better start now. So for that, let's we start our class as usual. For non-Muslim, we will do your own meditation. For Muslims, let us start our class with Al-Fatihah. Okay, Alhamdulillah. So we are glad to be here in this tutorial. So basically on Thursday is tutorial, but we treat this tutorial as class just to finish our chapter 1, and we better use time what we have now, because in few weeks we will have some celebration for Hari Raya, public holiday, whatever. So we better use whatever time we have to finish our chapter, right? Okay, right. So we'll touch a bit today on our last part of our chapter 1, which is on the development, overall development. Okay, I'll share my slide. Right, you can see my slide now.
Yes, Doctor.
Right, okay. Right, so this is overall development process in Malaysia. So as you can see, yeah, I'm using the pointer. Right. Right, okay, so these are the stages and process, okay, for overall development process. So this is the first part, which is plan and design. Okay, and then followed by processing and decision, build, and then completion and use. Okay, right, so at the plan and design stage, this is land, so acquisition of the land. Okay, so this is the responsibility of the client to settle on the land, and then appointment or license with consultants. So once the land acquisition is clear, or even though not fully, but actually the client can start appoint the consultant lah. Okay. And then individual or concurrent application for proposal development via one-stop center. Okay. So this one-stop center actually cover all this land office, land planning, land office, planning, building development, engineering and technical department. Okay, so LA here is local authority. Okay, so one stop center, OSC, one stop center. Okay, we will see a little bit what is OSC after this. Okay, so and then we go to this part. Okay, so maybe we go to this first line. Okay, so this is the explanation for the development. Okay, right. So 3 stages in project development. So we have 3 stages in project development. So first stage is planning stage, or we call it pre-development period. Okay, so the first stage is to get the approval. So as you can see just now, we have to go to the OSC to get the approval for the development. Okay, and then goes to the second stage, which is the construction stage, and then continue with the post-construction stage, which is the third stage, a certificate of compliance, CCC. Certificate of completion and compliance, that is CCC. Okay. And then they will complete their house. So once the developer complete their house, they will get this certificate of completion and compliance. Okay. So we have here OSC, one stop center. So let's have a look at this one stop center. So this is actually the process of development approval. Okay, first is actually on the conversion of the land, and then planning of the so this one, just now I said conversion of land use, whether we have to make sure what is the statute of the land, and then planning permissions, so all the necessary planning permission need to be acquired, and then goes to the building plan approval. So here we have the complete drawing of the building before start of the construction. Here is actually construction stage, and then once the building is completed, they will get the CF, certificate of fitness for occupation. So this is another terminology which is CF. CF, yeah. Here is CF. Okay. Okay, let's go to one-stop center. Okay, so one-stop center, what we call this one-stop center. Okay, sorry, we are on this one-stop center. Okay, so this one-stop center is actually an independent body. Okay, it is an independent body which actually acts as a facilitator for the planning process for submissions of plans at the local authority. Right, okay, so before this, So we have different local authority, so they need to submit to different local authority. But by having this one-stop center now, the consultants can have the option to submit all 5 drawings, okay, layout plan, building plan, road and drainage plan, earthwork plan, landscape plan, simultaneously to this one-stop center. Yeah, one-stop center normally at local authority. Yeah, at state council, maybe local municipal majlis daerah, something like that lah. So we have this one-stop center. Okay. And then we also have this also important terminology, principal submitting party. Who are the principal submitting party? Okay, so normally the planner, registered planner is planning submitting party or PSP, engaged by the developer or landowner to prepare the layout plan and will act as PSP for all planning approvals. Okay, primarily at the planning permission stage. Okay, so at planning permission stage, normally planner. In smaller development project, the architects. Okay, so for maybe specific construction project, so architect, architect act as a PSP to complete and obtain the building plan approvals from the local authorities. Okay, so this one town planner, this one planner actually town planner for big development. For example, it cover town development, so that will be covered by town planner lah as a PSP. But for very specific project, smaller development projects, okay, architects as a PSP, okay, to complete building plan approval. Yeah, so normally for specific project, we just focus on the building plan approval, okay, and then you, all of you, civil engineers in the making, civil and structural engineer, is required to produce the platform design for the earthworks plan applications. Okay. The CNS engineer also prepares the structural building design for architect to submit at the building approval stage. Okay. Similarly, the mechanical and electrical M&E engineers prepares the mechanical and electrical drawings and layout to include plumbing, okay, electrical supply and the sewage treatment plant for submission at the building plan approval stage. Okay, so this is detail. Yeah. So at the building approval stage, not only architects will submit their plan, but you as well, as a civil and structural engineer, and also mechanical and electrical engineers have to submit their plan for building plan approval purposes. Yeah. Right. Okay. So this is some of the things which is I think important. So this is for Selangor. Okay. So I think that is the thing which is important. Okay, let's have a look up there. Okay, so I think this is also important. Let's have a look. Yeah? Okay, so we have a PSP here. Okay, the building application are planning permissions. So planning permissions, building plan application, road and drainage plan application, and various work plans. Okay, local authorities shall stipulate conditions subject to comments from their technical department. So all this drawing will be submitted to these local authorities and they will give the comment. So if they have comment, they need to rectify. The developer team or the consultant team have to prepare the drawing or the plan, so they need to do and submit it again until they get the approval. Alright. Okay. Right, so I think this is important for you to know lah. Okay. any development that involves land area larger than 50 hectares in size, okay, is required to be supported by a study on the potential impact it may have on the local environment. Okay, this including a EIA, Environmental Impact Assessment Study, is a requirement imposed by the authorities on the principal submitting party. Okay, where the submittant plans must go through the various technical departments. So if, for example, town development, very big development, because we are talking about 50 hectares. So they will do the EIA. So the PSP here is normally on behalf of developer, maybe town planner or whatever. So this is normally for big township. Okay, so they have to submit this EIA, yeah, part of the plan, where the submittant plans must go through, okay, the various technical department. For example, the Department of Environment. So this involve Department of Environment, DOE. Okay, that handles all matters pertaining to the environment. Okay, and then Department of Sewerage on matters concerning sewerage. Department of Drainage, the DOD, and the Board of Water Management that manage water matters. Okay, other standard compliances include the building setback line requirement. So this one also important for different building types, housing, industrial, commercial. The density, plot ratios, okay, public facilities, retention ponds, supply of electricity, and road levels. So these are all need to be submit some documents to get the approval from this party. Right. Okay. Right. Any question, class, so far? Okay. So I think
So far so good, Doctor.
It's important for this. Right. We come back to this. Okay. So, like I said just now, we have this. So we have this OSC here. CSO, SC, OSC, one sub-center. Okay. So it involves land office, planning, building department, engineering and technical department. Okay, so OSC Secretariat will compile and coordinate the recommendation paper. So from all the plans submitted, so this OSC will organize a committee meeting. Okay, so they will look into the documents and they will do the comments. Okay, so OSC prepares approval document of planning permissions. Okay, OSC prepare decision paper. Okay, and then they will prepare recommendation paper to Land and Mines Director, and they will have state exco meeting. So this is especially for government projects. So local authority full council meeting. Okay, so this is the process of looking at all the plans. So from the plans, they will decide whether they want to approve the project to be proceed. Whether the project can be given green light to proceed. Okay, so this is the second stage, and then the third stage is actually built. Application for developer's license. So this is in the case of a big development involving developer. Okay, and then opening of housing development account. So this is in the context of developer as well. Application for sales and advertisement permit. Okay, sales. Okay, application for Bumi quota, especially for residential area. Normally they have for Bumiputra, this one Bumi Kota. Okay, this one Bumiputra, Kota, and then proceed with construction lah. Okay, right, and then this is completion and usage. So basically this is part of until issuance of certificates and compliance. Here is construction lah. This is construction stage, and remaining is actually post construction lah. Okay, right. Here issuance of certificate of compliance and completion and compliance. This is the CCC. Okay, and then this is regarding the strata title application, subdivided building. Strata, do you know what is strata? So this is the status of the building. So it belongs to whom? For example, here is initially the building is belong to the developer, but once it is sell to owner, so we have to do some change of the ownership lah, from developer to the owner, new owner. So this is strata title application lah. Okay, and then delivery vacant possession. So this is for contractor to make sure they actually clear from their from the sites, and here is actually defect liability period for 24 months. DLP. So this is where the contractor, if anything, if there are any defect in the building, so within that 24 months, due to workmanship of the contractor, basically, for example, in residential house, we as a owner actually have the rights lah, okay, to do some complaints, and then the contractor will come back, and do rectification work lah for the defects. Okay, right. Okay, this one is more on the developer side lah. Okay, so this is the overall development process in Malaysia. So as you can see, actually it involves many party. Architect here actually already involved in this stage. Architect, engineer, consultant, basically they already involved here to help the client submitting all the plans for approval purposes before they get to get the building approval. So after that, only then they can do the project, and they can call for tender, they can start the construction. Okay, so these are the 5 these are the local authorities and technical departments which actually responsible to give approval. They have to see all the plans submitted by the developer or by the client for the projects. So they have to see land office. So local authority, planning department, building department, engineering department, and also technical department. So these are 5 local authorities and technical departments. So this is actually under OSC. All this is under OSC. Okay. Right, so this the detail lah. Okay, so this is actually a more comprehensive development process, but we are not going to touch everything, but maybe just few things. So land purchase financing, okay, planning permission approval, and then building plan approval. Okay, so these are the things. So for example here, building plan approval, we have to see for landscape, earthwork, bomba, local utilities, local infrastructure. This is sometimes regarding, for example, the water services department, maybe this one like TNB, so this one, okay. So this one is land purchase financing and bridging financing. So this is more on how actually developers will have to finance the project lah. Okay. Financing for developers will generally be for the following: land acquisition. Okay. So he have to buy the land. So land acquisition. So he has to apply for term loan, which is normally referred to long-term financing, because land is very expensive normally, so it will involve a large amount of money, so they need to do this term loan. And then bridging loan, this is normally for short-term financing for construction. For normally construction will spend for 2 to 3 years, right? So this is, we call it bridging loan. And then project financing, long-term property development for investment. So this is on the side of developers lah. So maybe for construction contractor, they have just look to this lah, right? Short-term financing for construction. Okay. So this involve project feasibility studies, approach and submit proposal to financial institution. These are the process lah. And then the bank will issue the letter of offer to provide the loan lah, okay, or the investment. And then documentation complete, and then commencement of loan drawdown. So meaning the developer will get the payment lah, the money that they need to acquire the land. Right, so this is maybe the detail. Prepare a feasibility study which includes forecast of income, expenditure and cash flow. So the feasibility study will cover this lah. Types of product, maybe do some market research, development costing, expected launch date, sales assumptions, how many houses can be sold for 1 year maybe, and so on, and then construction progress, timing of outflow for infrastructure work, and type of security will for charge, example for the land. Okay, so this include under the feasibility study. Okay, based on the cash flow, identify the timing and quantum of funding required. So by knowing all these things, so the developer will know lah how much they need to do the loan, the funding that they require. Okay, so it's okay. The rest I think not so important. Okay, documents required for submission proposal. So this one, brief description of project, okay, copy of land title, layout plan. So see, at this stage they already have to have this layout of building plan if available. Forecast income, sale and cash flow, and redemption and repayment forecast. So meaning this one is how actually they will pay back their loan. Okay, bank will conduct their own research and come back with their letter offer if this loan application is successful. Okay, to evaluate the terms and conditions in the letter offer, items to consider. What is it? So in order for the bank to evaluate the application, so the bank need to see this effective interest rate, loan tenure, how long the loan, for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Okay, and then loan availability period, loan repayment, any upfront fees, transaction fees, Okay, so this is sometimes extra cost actually that need to be covered for the purpose of the loan. Okay, and security coverage, any corporate shareholders guarantee if the loan maybe the loan is made by one or two parties lah. They have shareholders to do the loan. So this need to be looked into lah. And then if any early settlement, meaning if for example the loan is agreed for 10 years, but if the developer can pay back maybe after 7 years, they can fully settle all the loan. So what is the process lah? Okay. Okay, ease of loan administration, the documents requirement for loan drawdown and site visit, etc. Okay, plan on how to service the loan. Okay, how they are going to pay the loan lah. Ensure terms not in conflict with prevailing regulation. For example, this is housing development association account and allow usage of loan for construction, statutory, marketing, etc. Okay. And then acceptance of letter offer. Okay, so once this is produced by letter offer is produced by the bank. Okay, then the developer need to accept the letter offer lah. The letter of offer, the offer letter. Okay. To obtain necessary approval and authorizing relevant person for executions of loan document. All these things lah. They need this. Okay. Right. Okay. And then completion of condition precedence. Okay. For loan drawdown, to submit documents required for drawdown, architect certificate, contractor's claim. So all this is required lah. Okay. To complete the loan document. Okay. So this one for planning permission. Okay. Say this is the process for planning permission, kebenaran merancang. So planner, architect and other consultant checks and ensure planning permission drawings, plan comply with relevant local authority development agency requirement. Okay. So there are some manuals prepared for this purpose. So you can see consultants, architect, planner, actually they work together here to make sure that all the drawings, plans for the purpose of planning permission is according to the requirement of the local authority or the agency. Okay, and so attend pre-discussion with local OSC if necessary. Maybe they need to do some explanation, presentation to the OSC regarding their projects. So they maybe if necessary they can have this pre-discussion, and then they will submit to OSC online. So online submission. And then online notification by OSC Secretariat on acceptance of applications. And then they will submit 3 hard copies of plan submission to OSC Secretariat counter. And then the OSC will have the technical meeting, technical committee meeting and committee meeting, and then they will decide lah whether they will approve it or not. So if they approve, so this is the process. If not, so maybe some drawings of plan need to amend, need to be some correction, so they need to return lah, okay, this comment, and the consultant will do this amendment accordingly lah. Okay, once the drawing plans already rectified, they will submit to the developer, and then the developer will submit back to the OSC. Okay. Right, OSC Secretariat coordinates with local government authority and agency for processing and approval, planning permission, drawings. Okay, so we already see 5 parties just now, right? Including the technical committee meetings and committee meeting that involves the 5 parties, including the land, the planner, and the rest lah. The 5 parties just now I showed to you here. Yeah. This one. Okay, building department, engineering department, and technical department. Right, okay. So if approved, planning permission approval obtained and subject to improvement service fund payment, development charges, okay, and compliance of development conditions. So it is approved, but it is subject to all this. Yeah. Architects and other consultants coordinate with developer to pay development charges and improvement service fund after PP is approved. Okay. So this is planning permission. And then building plan, BP approval. So PPP must be obtained first, okay? And then matter already settled, settled on conversion, subdivision, surrender or realienation, okay? BP engineering drawings, plans approved by developer, okay? They will submit to OSC online again, okay? So architects and other consultant will make sure lah all the requirement by the local authority department and agency is fulfilled, in the plans and the drawings they prepared. Okay, so this is also the same now on the notification, submit the copy, and then OSC will have this technical committee meeting and OSC meeting. Okay, so OSC secretariat coordinate with local authority as an agency. So OSC technical committee meeting involves internal department, JPI, JPP, landscape. And then for this one, OSC committee involves internal agencies such as Bomba, then Office Syahbaz Adivokay. So that is two different party lah for technical committee and also OSC committee. Right, if a condition is proved, take action to comply with improvement requests, conditional approve, meaning normally very rare lah to pass this technical meeting and committee meeting of OSC without any comment. So that's why we call it conditional approval. It's very difficult to get unconditional approval. So normally it is conditioned. So still have to do some amendment. Yeah. Okay. Once all the comment being ratified, so take action to comply with improvements requests and comments and BP approval endorsed and obtained. So this is the smooth one lah. But if they have to amend, so they have to amend everything and come back again to this process. Okay, right. So actually, you see, this stage actually will take some time. So that's why at the very beginning, architects and consultants need to check everything very carefully because they don't want to repeat this stage. Right. I think that's all. Any questions, class? Do you want me to repeat anything in this chapter 1? You want me to repeat to get more explanation? Please let me know. Yeah, so maybe we just, because we still have time, okay? Right, so what is important in this chapter? Actually, you need to know this one. Hold on. For this one, CITP and also NCP is actually your general knowledge, but I think it is good if you try to explore all these things. So for this purpose, I will give maybe just a short task lah for group, just to help you initiate the group before you have the instruction for your project. So I will give a simple task for this NCP and also this CITP. So just to make sure that you read this, so you know what it is lah. Okay. Right. So the focus for this chapter normally on the characteristics. You need to know lah. And then you need to know as well to this terminology. This terminology you need to know, especially the contract management, because this is the subject. And then this also very important, construction stakeholders. Okay, normally the question will ask, give you some situation, so who is involved, what is their role, what they do. Okay. Okay, and then related to this stakeholders, so this different perspective is also what like we already discussed last week. So actually this is also one of question that may come out in your test or in your final exam lah. Okay, right? And then this one, stage of project. This is very important because it relates with projects delivery method or procurement method. So we use this procurement method, right? Procurement method that we are going to learn in chapter 7, but you need to understand from now lah. Because for example, this is for traditional, right? Traditional procurement method, or we call it normally design, bid, build, or DBB lah. Okay, or DBB. So you need to understand this, and then you need to know what is the key activities involved in this every single stage lah. Okay, you need to know. Right, okay. So you need to know as well who is involved in this stage. So like we just discussed just now, inception and feasibility involve planning commission. So as you can see, involve your town planner, developer, right? Maybe research firm, valuer, real estate, right? So you can see in this early stage, inception and feasibility is actually in the process that we just learned, involve planning permission approval. So actually involve them lah. Okay. Right, and then for building planning approval is actually at this design state lah. Building planning approval. So at this stage. Okay. So here normally maybe because they need to have some planning also, planning permission also, so they need to have this at early stage, just at the end of this inception and feasibility and early stage of design. So they need to have this planning permission application lah. Okay. So this also important, stages and process of construction. So it should actually you should be able lah to describe each stages, who is involved, what is the activity involved in every stage, and you know how actually these clients their working interrelationships at particular stage of the project. Okay, so you should be able to explain on that lah. Okay, right. Okay, this is also important because this is related to another procurement method, which is design and build. Design and build, or we call it DB lah. DB. Okay, so normally this is the process. Okay, so remember what is the difference with the traditional one? Okay, so here the tender documentation until the detailed design. So this is what makes mostly the big difference between the DBB, which is design build, and with this package deal, DB, or they call it turnkey, is actually this tender documentation, tendering process, and detailed design. Okay, so this one, tender documentation, maybe I think I want to repeat since we have time. Okay, so this is actually the process where the employer want to do some preparation to appoint the design and build contractor. Okay, so that's why the employer will set up the requirements. Okay, employer requirements. Sorry, the employer requirements, or the terminology is need statement. Need statement. Okay. Right, so this is on the client part. So they do all these things, and then they will pre-qualify suitable tenderers. So this is actually on the client part. Okay. Okay, here, next here, so they will issue tender documents. Okay. And then here is the design builder who bidders, bidders, or the design build contractor. They will prepare, submit the tender, the contractor's proposal. So because this is normally involve design, so their proposal normally involve also design design, mainly on design, and also the cost Okay, meaning at this stage, maybe consultant clients maybe just provide this need statement or some portion of the drawing for the projects. And then at this stage in the contractor proposal, the design builder will come up with complete drawings on his part So how he perceive he continue the drawing by the consultant. Maybe for example, the client's consultant only prepare about 30%. So in this contractor's proposal, he will try to, not detail yet, but he try to give his idea this design, what the concept, the very, not very detailed design yet, but just good enough to present his idea, and then to do the costing for his purpose to come up with the cost he want to offer to the clients. Okay, right, so that, and then here detail design. Okay, this is actually the design builder. So the DB officially, design builder officially involved during this detailed design once he already selected as the contractor to handle this project, to do this project. Okay, so during detailed design, so his proposal once accepted by the client, he will detail out all the design. Okay, and he will obtain all the necessary approvals and permits. Okay, so this is done before the construction stage start. Order materials, maybe some materials need to be ordered in advance. Okay, maybe it is some imported materials, very difficult to get, long queue to get that material, so they need to order in earlier time okay. And once they detail the design, they can finalize the costing, and then award subcontracts. Okay, but here I just about costing here. Okay, Here at the tender stage, actually, the design builder or the main contractor here actually offer client cost, right? For client. So he must try to maintain what he offer here, yeah, with what he finalize here. So once he detail the design, he must try to not exceed this cost, yeah, because the contract between the design builder and the client is here, yeah, before the design is being detailed. So he must make sure he propose a reasonable cost, yeah. If not, he will, normally the project will get profit, right? Right, they will get profit. If in case once he do the design and then he finalize the costing, suddenly actually the cost is higher. So he actually his profit margin will be getting smaller because he are the one who detail the designs, not the fault of the client, right? Because he is the one who detail the design, so he must make sure the cost here is not exceeded. Okay, so if the cost is actually here, cost given to the client is actually cost, right? Cost plus profit, right? Cost plus profit. Right? So this profit. So here become cost lah. Become cost to this client, correct? Okay, so profit here is very important lah for this design builder. So the actually the owner doesn't know how much profit lah. Okay, so if cost here is exceed from what he submitted here, so meaning the profit margin will be smaller. So because he had to take big part of this profit to cover any changes, meaning if the costing is exceed what he has already submitted to the client. Right, so this is actually very risky project delivery method lah, especially for the contractor, because he has to cover the risk of fault in the design and also fault in the construction. Sorry, because he is the one who prepare all the design, he is the one who manage all the construction, right? So very risky lah for the contract. Okay, right, so this one also a way lah how actually work stages is explained, is divided, so you can see, right? Okay. So that is the most important. The remaining here, this is for your knowledge lah. I hope you can understand because we want to expose you in the real work. So actually you not only involved during the construction, but you actually involved earlier stage. So hopefully you can get an idea lah where actually later on as a civil engineer you will work at which phase or the project actually will start involved. Okay, class. So I think that's all. Any questions, class?
No, doctor.
Okay, right. All right. So I want to confirm with all of you on the test. So test 30th of May 8 to 10 p.m. At night. No problem, everybody? I just want to confirm. So we already booked this place, but we want to make sure that all students is okay with this date and time. So all okay,
Okay, Doktor.
Okay, Doktor.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Doctor.
Right, okay. So I think I want to just mention your name now, as attendance, Okay, Abdi Razak, are you okay over there?
Yes, Doktor.
Okay, You understand my explanation?
Yes, Doktor.
Right, okay. Right, and then Adib. Adib okay? Adib kat mana ni? Dekat dari mana Adib? Dan negeri mana, sorry. Adib ada?
Yang tidur, Doktor.
Tidur
Tak ada lah.
Okay, Aisyah kat mana ni? Negeri mana? Sajalah sebut ke? Nama bandar ke you orang sebut. Aisyah ada? Saya nak test juga you punya line ni okey ke tidak ni. Aisyah? Aisyah Nur Syahira. Okay. Alia? Alia ada?
Ada.
Okay. Kat mana Alia?
Kelantan.
Kelantan?
Uh-uh.
Okay. Jauh Alia Kelantan Okay. Alisa? Alisa Vanessa.
Ya,
Kat
Doktor.
mana?
Dekat Sarawak.
Sarawak Okay. Azrina Azwani.
Saya Doktor.
Kat mana?
Ke Sarawak Doktor.
Sarawak juga Okay. Bu Kai Chuan.
Ya, Doktor.
Bu kat mana?
Batu Pahat.
Batu Pahat. Oh, orang Batu Pahat
Ya.
Ya, okay. Chan Kaylee.
Saya Doktor.
Okay, Chan kat mana Chan?
Kat Perak.
Perak
Hmm.
Okay. Chang Lina. Lina kat mana Lina? Lina, okay. Sekejap je. Ching Yuling.
Yes, Doktor.
Kat mana Ching?
Johor.
Johor. Kat mana Johor?
Tangkak.
Oh, Tangkak. Okay. Saya panggil you all punya nama boleh? Yuling, Kaylee ke tu boleh?
Boleh.
Tak kenal sangat lagi lah tapi panggil you all punya nama lah Boleh Okay, Christopher?
Ya, Doktor.
Kat mana Christopher?
Kat Sabah.
Sabah Panggil Christopher ke Alexander?
Panggil Chris.
Oh, panggil Chris. Bukan Alex Chris.
Boleh mana-mana je.
Okay. Okay, Darren? Darren, okay? Okay, Devendra?
Yes, Doktor.
Devendra di mana?
Selangor.
Selangor. Okay, Frederick?
Yes, Doktor.
Frederick Sabah ke Sarawak? Lupa saya.
Sarawak, Doktor.
Sarawak Okay. Okay Giri Tharan.
Doktor.
Ya, Giri kat mana?
Perak.
Perak. Okay. Ho Chen Pui.
Yes, doktor.
Chen Pui kat mana?
Perak.
Perak juga. Isaac,
Yes, doktor.
where are you now?
Dekat Sarawak, doktor.
Awak si Jefferson.
Yes, doktor.
Okay. Darren dah angkat tangan, okay? Darren okay
Okey doktor.
Darren
Saya
kat
punya
mana?
line sebab line tak stabil.
Oh, line tak stabil. Tu saya nak tanya tu. Nak check juga ni line tak stable ke apa. Okay. Right. Jurin. Jurin?
Yes, doktor.
Jurin kat mana?
Kat Sarawak.
Sarawak Jonathan?
Yes, doktor.
Kat mana?
Dekat Sarawak, doktor.
Sarawak juga. Oh, ramai Sarawakian. Lin Chun Yi?
Yes, doktor.
Kat mana Lin? Chun Yi?
Kat Perak.
Perak. Lim Joy? Joy kat mana?
Doktor, saya dekat Perak.
Orang Perak juga. Okey. Lo Chi Yi?
Ya, saya doktor.
Orang mana?
Orang Kedah.
Kedah. Okey, Jing Jo?
Yes, doktor.
Orang mana?
Ulu Tiran Johor.
Apa? Ulu Tiram.
Ya.
Okay. Muhammad Faris bin Abdullah.
Ya, doktor.
Dari mana?
Dari Kelantan.
Kelantan. Okey. Muhammad Zuhairi.
Ya, doktor.
Dari mana Zuhairi?
Ada kat Selangor.
Selangor. Suara ngantuk lagi Zuhairi
Tak ada, doktor.
Keserap pagi Serap pagi kot. Okey, Muhammad Afiq. Muhammad Fuad Afiq.
Ya,
Panggil Fuad ke Afiq ni?
Fuad.
Panggil Fuad Okey.
Ya.
Hai, kat mana Fuad?
Sabah.
Sabah. Okey.
Ya.
Hai. Muhammad Afiq.
Ya, doktor.
Orang mana Afiq?
Orang Kedah.
Orang Kedah. Memang kena panggil Fuad lah sebab ada Afiq lagi seorang. Okey. Muhammad Akmal. Akmal.
Ya, doktor.
Dari mana?
Dari Pasir Gudang Johor.
Pasir Gudang. Okey. Amirul.
Ya, doktor.
Amirul dari mana Amirul?
Ya, kat Kedah.
Kedah juga.
Ya.
Okey. Fakrullah.
Saya, doktor.
Dari mana?
Saya dari Rantau Panjang, Kelantan.
Apa? Rantau Panjang?
Kelantan. Kelantan.
Rantau Panjang Kelantan.
Ya.
Rantau Panjang ada apa? Ada tempat shopping
Dia tempat bebas cukai.
Tempat bebas cukai. Okey. Boleh kirim dekat ni
Boleh.
Okey, Nik Mazlina.
Saya doktor.
Dari mana?
Saya dari Kelantan.
Okey. Nur Munira. Ada Munira?
Saya doktor.
Ada Okey, dari mana?
Saya daripada Pengurusan Kelantan.
Okey, Kelantan juga. Okey. Nur Syushaini.
Saya doktor.
Dari mana?
Saya dari Ipoh Perak.
Ipoh Perak. Okey. Azizul Hakim.
Ya, saya.
Mana Zul?
Saya doktor.
Orang.
Saya dari Pahit Raja.
Oh, Pahit Raja. Raja kat mana?
Saya dekat sebelah Taman Maju.
Sebelah Taman
Okay.
Maju.
Betul-betul belakang target.
Oh, area situ
Uh-uh.
Banjir rumah itu.
Tak banjir. Taman banjir. Rumah saya tak banjir.
Okey,
Masih
habis.
bertahan.
Masih bertahan Syukurlah tempat tinggi
Mm-mm.
Okay. Right, Hafiqah.
Saya doktor.
Hafiqah orang mana?
Saya dari Sarawak.
Sarawak, okey. Okey, Hafiqah semangat antara orang yang awal masuk kelas tadi. Okey, Alia, Adlina.
Saya doktor.
Orang mana?
Dari Kedah.
Kedah, okey. Oi, Wen.
Saya doktor.
Orang mana?
Orang Perak.
Perak. Pang Jiwei. Orang mana? Oh, Johor kat mana? Mana? Oh, Kang Kapulai. Okey, Kang Kapulai. Okey. Puah Ziyin.
Ya, doktor. Saya dari Perak.
mana? Perak juga.
Ya.
Okey. Pravita?
Hai doktor, saya dari Perak.
Perak Perak juga.
Ya.
Rafiuddin?
Ya doktor,
Rafiuddin dari mana?
dari Bangi doktor.
Bangi, okey. Rikish?
Hai doktor, saya dari Perak doktor.
Perak juga Roshan Nizam?
Saya dari Sabah doktor.
Sabah, okey. Shankara?
Salam doktor, dari Perak juga.
Perak, okey. Tan Wan Ying?
Yes, doktor.
Dari mana?
Dari Kuala Kangsar, Perak.
Oh, Perak juga Tasha?
Yes doktor, saya dari Perak.
Perak Yi Mei?
Yes, doktor.
Dari mana?
Dari Pahang.
Faham, okey. Vanessa?
Hai doktor, saya dari Ipoh, Perak.
Ipoh, Perak Okey, Jia Chong?
Yes doktor, saya dari Negeri Sembilan.
Oh, okey, Negeri Sembilan ada pun wakil. Sembilan. Okey, Zarul Ar-Razi? Zarul Ar-Razi ada?
Halo, ada doktor. Sorry, saya tak perasan saya punya mic tutup.
Dari mana Zarul?
Saya dari Pontian.
Pontian
Pontian.
Oh, orang Pontian Johor. Okey. Then Zamirul Asraf.
Saya doktor.
Dari mana Zamirul?
Dari Ipoh doktor, Ipoh Perak.
Oh, Ipoh. So, paling ramai daripada Perak lah ni. Kelas ni. Yang tak ada, Penang tak ada, kan? Penang tak ada. Melaka pun macam tak ada. Okay, right. Okay lah. So, tu sahaja. Nanti you all boleh check dalam author assignment untuk simple assignment lah supaya you all boleh dah create your all punya group project So, I will give simple task group task just to initiate your group to actually to help you form the group so please refer to your author. I will notify you in the WhatsApp group lah once I already create the task for you in author, right? Okay. What else I want to remind you? I think that's all. Okay. Right. Okay, class. We stop the class early today. Is it okay?
Okay, doktor.
I'm happy. So for those for Muslim, all are fasting today. Okay, so hopefully you can have very meaningful Ramadan this time, yeah, and the rest mungkin yang tak sempat breakfast you can have your breakfast lah, right? Okay, thank you so much. See you next week, yeah.
Doktor,
Yes.
bagi projek
Bagi projek kenapa?
maksimum 5 orang
Yeah, maximum 5 orang. So please maintain this group throughout your semester lah. Every time I give you assignment, project, please maintain this group. Maybe we will have some discussion. Actually, this team we can have breakout team, breakout room. So maybe later if we can have you to discuss in the group, you will have your own room lah of your group, yeah. So maybe in future class we will try to do that lah. Okay. So maximum, yes, maximum 5 students per group.
Alright, Doktor.
Right. Okay. So maybe by next week we will. Yes.
Okay, we have the latest slide because the one that you uploaded in the author is different from the slide that you present today.
Yes. I will give you the slides and also the paper lah for you to read in detail lah. Yeah. Okay, I will give you that.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Nice. Okay, so regarding the projects, maybe in next week lah. Suppose you should be able to give you the instruction lah. Okay. So the purpose of the project, even though we not giving you the instruction first, but generally this project actually will cover most of your chapters lah, which we will learn in this course. Okay, it will cover preliminary estimating. So you need to have drawing of building projects. Okay, building projects which normally very important. You need to have architectural and also structural drawing. Okay, because in this study actually we will focus on the work for piling. So you must have piling details, piling layout plan. And then for work below lowest floor finish, means you have to have the layout for your foundation, the ground beam, the stump, everything up to your floor finishes. We also will learn up to like roof beam, something like that. So if possible, if you cannot get all the drawings, but make sure you can get the critical one, which is for piling, for work below lowest floor finish, or structural drawing covers ground floor, roof beam, and then for architectural work, you need to have drawing which actually shows the height of the building, and then the most important is we can see the elevations of the building, so that we can and the plan, the floor plan of the building, so that we can use that for purpose of preliminary estimating. So we are going to use building volume method and floor area method. So you need to have that kind of drawing lah. Okay, right. So I think that's all for the explanation. Maybe once we have the instruction, I will brief you in detail again. Right? Okay, any question class so far? No, right? Okay, so yeah, there is no questions. Okay, so thank you class for your attention to this class. Okay, see you next week. Okay, and take care everyone. Whatever
Thank you,
you are,
Doctor.
please take care and see you face to
Thank you,
face after Raya, insyaAllah.
Thank you, Doctor.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Doctor.
Doctor. Have a nice day.
Thank you,
Salam.
Doctor.
Salam.
Right, salam.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yes.
Doctor.